I'm still being irradiated. Indeed, I expect I'm going to be irradiated for the rest of my life. I'm trying to figure out exactly what Defence Intelligence are up to in the town of Warminster. Indeed, there is something going on in Warminster that Defence Intelligence, i.e. the British Military Intelligence Services, do not want me to figure out. But I'm pretty sure it's something connected to the Soviet intelligence continuums, i.e. the KGB, the organs, as they are known for a reason, and the GRU, the Soviet military intelligence capacity. But I'm still trying to work out exactly what is going on. Indeed, I am operating human data collection basically in view of figuring out exactly what British military intelligence, i.e. defence intelligence, do not want me to find out. I need to figure out what that is. However, I have no actual plans to begin to target local people, apart from the Freemasons and a specific local business that I've mentioned several times. Indeed, that's about it. I don't intend to basically explode the town as a ring in the same way I did Devices. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, I'm quite content in Warminster, and I have no plans to leave. So Defence Intelligence are operating networks of gang stalkers via Masonic Lodge continuums to attempt to scare me out of the town. However, this is not going to be possible because I may have fallen in love a couple of times. So I am not going anywhere. Indeed, the Warminster Police Department want me off the internet and to be contained, basically. However, this is not going to happen because I'm living in a country that at least still has a certain amount of respect for freedom of speech. Although this respect for freedom of speech in the United Kingdom is beginning to diminish, there is still a certain level of freedom of speech. However, despite this, Warminster Police Department want me off the internet. However, I have plans in that regard, and I do not intend to be silenced by the Warminster Police Department. I wonder what it is exactly that the military intelligence establishment and the military police in Warminster do not want me to find out. Perhaps it is something to do with organs. Everything seems to come down to organs. Indeed, the KGB are known as the organs for a reason. And it would be pretty explosive to find out that the British military intelligence complex, i.e. the defence intelligence structure, and the military police, both operating out of the Warminster military base, are in fact tied up in contractual agreements for organ harvesting and organ trafficking with the Russian military intelligence factions of the GRU and the KGB continuums, i.e. the FSB and SVR. Indeed, the Defence Intelligence and military police departments at Warminster military base are in fact actually traitors to the nation, which is an interesting thing, really. It's very interesting that the Defence Intelligence, British Military Intelligence Services, and the military police departments of Warminster military base are traitors. Considering these people are attempting to cast me as a traitor. However, I don't know exactly how this is possible because I wasn't even born in England. But it's all very interesting. So, but it is actually the Defence Intelligence Services, i.e. the British Military Intelligence faction at Warminster military base, and the military police of Warminster, who are military base, who are in fact traitors to the nation. So it's very interesting to consider this truth. There is a huge organ harvesting and organ trafficking continuum running through Wiltshire, through pipelines coordinated by abattoir systems, underneath the ground in tunnel systems. and a lot of this is coordinated through butcher shops, with the majority of these butchers, at least the heads of these butcher shops, being prominent Freemasons within the lodges that are themselves controlled by the KGB and GRU. So it's all very interesting to consider. The fact that I am being cast as a Russian spy when I am actually exposing the KGB agenda. So it's all very interesting to consider the technically treasonous activities of defense intelligence and the military police at Warminster military base. Indeed, these are treasonous activities. They are chopping up homeless people, what with many homeless people all over the country suddenly disappearing. They are chopping them up in the basements beneath butcher shops and selling their meat as pork in the butcher shops, and then selling their organs on the black market. These organs are usually funneled to Russia, Romania, and Israel, interestingly, all of which are domains coordinated by KGB operations at certain times. Indeed, the Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst have percentages, but they tend to run the paedophile rings. Indeed, the organ rings tend to be the domains of the KGB. So it's all very interesting to consider exactly what these activities are. Indeed, Warminster Police Department would like me removed from the internet. However, this is not going to happen, what with the amount of anonymous servers hosting my content. So it's all very interesting to consider the fact that the police can't really do anything about me. And this is going to continue for a while. Hopefully forever. So it's all very interesting. Indeed, I probably won't actually live to see the end of my mission because I'm crazy. And the way I smoke and everything, I don't actually know how long I will last on this planet, but I'm going to keep this going for as long as possible. Indeed, I've been in a lot of confusion because a lot of the time I do not know who I am or where I am exactly. So a lot of the time I'm in a small village, but I'm behaving like I'm in a big city. So it's all rather confusing for me. Indeed, I'm finding Warminster a very interesting little place. And the hostility from the locals is beginning to get to me a bit, but not enough to drive me crazy so that I punch a snitch or something, as happened in Devizes. Indeed, I had heard a rumour that that guy I punched in Devizes was actually under police protection for something, and he wasn't actually allowed to be punched, which is quite interesting. He shouldn't have been bothering me. He just was on the end of a lunatic's revenge, basically, just as the population of Devizes were on the end of a lunatic's grudge and a lunatic's revenge. And the population of Devizes deserved basically everything that they got from me, apart from a few specific people that kind of got caught up in the whole process of my exposures there. It's all a very interesting scenario to consider. And indeed, anonymous servers are hosting my content for a reason. There are things that need to be exposed here. Do not be fooled by the supposed low number of view counts on this channel. Indeed, I am also monitored by several agencies, and I also have thousands of internet stalkers. So it's all very interesting to consider. However, I do see myself as an underground conspiracy theorist. Sam is that, basically. And this exposure of the Wiltshire organs is going to continue. Indeed, I believe that the organs may have been my main target the whole time anyway, just a few other processes got caught up in it. That the organ traffic coordinated by the KGB does link to Deutsche Verteidigungsdienst continuum operations and satanic covens, mind control, ritual abuse, and molestation. So is all an ongoing exposure, really, indeed. I am finding it quite difficult to make content at the moment because I'm having trouble doing any real research because of the level of radiation that I am suffering from due to the bombardment of these beams at me by Warminster Police Department connected agents, basically operating out of Fairview Hospital, wherever that is. Indeed, it's very strange to consider the fact that these beams are probably coming from a very local area to me, and it may actually simply be the police department that is operating these beams, though these are police departments connected to the KGB organ trafficking rings and organ harvesting rings. So it is all interlinking. Indeed, I'm noticing a lot of hostile glares from operatives of Warminster Police Department. So it's all very interesting, really, to consider the fact that Warminster Police Department will attempt to run me out of town. So it is how it is. Indeed, I'm not going anywhere. I am going to basically fight the Warminster Police Department anywhere I possibly can, even though that will not involve any violent attacks on Warminster police officers. Indeed, I am known for violent attacks on police officers. I bit a Trowbridge police officer during my last arrest, and I am very glad that I bit that creep. He was a sadistic thug, basically, but I also believe he was a notorious toddler rapist, as are the majority of the Trowbridge Police Department. So it's very interesting to consider the way that these people behave. Indeed, I do not actually know his name. So if I have any way of getting his name through a back channel, his name will be revealed on this channel, as will be Warminster Police Department policemen's names in due course regarding their respective roles in certain illicit activities and cartel arrangements that are operating in Warminster, coordinated by the Warminster Police Department. What with the Warminster Police Department running certain rings in this town through networks of butcher shops, Masonic lodges, kebab shops, and barber shops. Indeed, these networks all intersect, and they basically are all my usual targets in these small towns. They all seem to be interconnecting with the police departments basically running the criminal empire as directed by the Wiltshire Police Commissioner, Philip Wilkinson, who I have mentioned in several videos already. I believe that the Warminster Police Department have actually tried to erase my profile from the internet. However, anonymous servers are keeping my profile on YouTube, and this is the way it shall continue. Indeed, the Devizes Police Department are very confused at the moment because they don't know who I work for. Indeed, the truth behind that is I don't actually work for anyone. I am a lunatic who basically works for myself. And I don't actually really have a full-on agenda. I just want to be happy. I want to live my life doing my research and creating my content. However, police departments and locals have a problem with this. I do not work for a foreign agency. I do not work for a foreign government. I'm not spying on the people of Warminster for the Russians. Indeed, the British military intelligence networks, i.e. Defence Intelligence, and the Warminster Military Police are themselves actually in a contractual agreement with the Russians and are therefore traitors to the nation. So it's all very interesting to consider that they're attempting to cast certain things on me. However, this is just a load of rubbish being created and disseminated by morons, basically. And I expect in due time people will begin to realize that I am merely a lunatic and an underground conspiracy theorist. However, there do seem to be people backing me, which is all very interesting indeed. Indeed, the Warminster Police Department would like nothing more than to see the back of me. However, this conflict is going to go on, and Warminster Police Department are going to be exposed. And they know this will happen, which means they're making certain arrangements to have me cut off from certain demographics of the population. However, hopefully this is going to fail. So we'll see what happens. Indeed, I've fallen in love a couple of times in Warminster, and I am at my most dangerous to the police departments when I am in love. So I'm going to leave it there, and this continues.